Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of First Chronicles, the 27th chapter. And in this chapter, right, it deals with the commanders of the army, right, of the army of David. Now the children of Israel, after their number, to wit, the chief fathers and captains of thousands and hundreds, and their officers that served the king in any matter of the courses, which came in and went out month by month, throughout all the months of the year, of every course were 20 and 4,000. So that was the way David set it up, right? To serve by course. And this would reduce like burnout and so on. It's like a rotation system almost, right? And that's what he set up with the Levites as well. So it says here in the NLT, this is the list of Israelite generals and captains and their officers who served the king by supervising the army divisions that were on duty each month of the year. Each division served for 1 month and had 24,000 troops. So that's that like rotation system. Over the first course for the first month was Jeshobim, the son of Zabdiel, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. So he was basically overseer of those that would serve in the first month. That was the first course, and he had 20,000 men. Of the children of Perez was the chief of all of the children of Perez was the chief of all the captains of the host for the first month. And over the course of the second month was Dodai, the Ahohite, and of his course was Mikloth, also the ruler, and his course likewise were 20 and 4,000. So once again, in the second month, here you had 24,000 men. It says here, Dodai, a descendant of Ahoa, was commander of the second division of 24,000 troops, which was on duty during the second month. Mikloth was his chief officer. Because remember, when we go up top, it mentioned, right, you had the chief fathers and captains over, those that served in these courses or in the armies here. Verse 5, the third captain of the host for the third month was Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, a chief priest, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. So, going to show you that Benaiah was a Levite. Sometimes people think of Levites and they think of, just matters of the temple, so they might be frail. No, don't forget that the Maccabees, right, the Maccabean brothers, or the Hasmonean family, they were Levites too. That is that Benaiah, who was mighty among the 30 and above the 30. So among the 30 we read, he was mighty among them, but he was also above them. He was in the second top 3. And and in his course was Amizabad, his son. The fourth captain for the fourth month was Asahel, the brother of Joab, and Zebadiah, his son, after him. And in his course were 20 and 4,000. The fifth captain of the fifth month was Shamhuth, the Israelite, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. The sixth captain for the sixth month was Ira, the son of Ikesh, the Tekoite, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. The seventh captain for the seventh month was Helez, the Pelonite, of the children of Ephraim, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. The eighth captain for the eighth month was Sibekai, the Hushathite, of the Zarhites, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. The ninth captain for the ninth month was Abiezer, the Anetothite, for the Benjamites, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. The 10th captain for the 10th month was Maharai, the Netophathite, of the Zarhites, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. The 11th captain for the 11th month was Benaiah, the Parathonites. This is a different one, of the children of Ephraim, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. The 12th captain for the 12th month was Heldai, the Netophathite, of Othniel, and in his course were 20 and 4,000. Furthermore, over the tribes of Israel, the ruler of the Reubenites was Eleazar, the son of Zikri; of the Simeonites, Shephatiah, the son of Maacah; of the Levites, Hashabiah, the son of Kemuel; of the Aaronites, Zadok; of Judah, Elihu, one of the brethren of David; of Issachar, Omri, the son of Michael; of Zebulun, Ismaiah, the son of Obadiah; of Naphtali, Jerimoth, the son of Azriel; of the children of Ephraim, Hoshea, the son of Azaziah; of the half-tribe of Manasseh, Joel, the son of Pedaiah; of the half-tribe of Manasseh in Gilead. So, wait, hold on one second. Yes. So of the half-tribe of Manasseh, and the reason it says that twice is when you look, once again, map of Israel, the tribe Manasseh was split across the Jordan, half on the east, half on the west, within the west side of Jordan. So that's why it specifies Gilead. I want to see if I can get that image. Here we go. So I always pull this up. This is a good one, but you can see here, this is the tribe of Manasseh had a huge portion. Half of that was on the east side of the Jordan, half was on the west side, Gilead being on this side. So that's why it's specified here. For the half tribe that was on the west of Jordan, you had Joel of Pedaiah, and of the half tribe of Manasseh in Gilead, which is on the east side of Jordan, you had Edo, the son of Zechariah. Of Benjamin, Jaasiel, the son of Abner. Of Dan, Azariel, the son of Jehoram. These were the princes of the tribes of Israel. So you still had some of the Danites around during the time of this appointing here. But David took not the number of them from 20 years old and under, because the Lord had said he would increase Israel like to the stars of the heavens. And plus, they weren't, I believe, what, under 20? Let me see. How old did you have to be to fight an army of Israel? No. Bible. Here you go. In the biblical Old Testament, you had to be 20 years old and older to fight in the Israelite army. So makes sense why those that were 20 years and under, from 20 years old and under, they weren't numbered. But as it says, because the Lord had said he would increase Israel like the stars of the heavens. Okay, because he had promised to make, which the Lord said he would do regardless, hence the term of being innumerable. Verse 24, Joab the son of Zeruiah began to number, but he finished not, because there fell wrath for it against Israel. This is going back to when David had asked Joab to go ahead and do that. Neither was the number put in the account of the Chronicles of King David. So that probably explains why the numbers look different. As when we read, it mentioned that I think Levi and Benjamin, Joab didn't count. Because that's a lot, right? To go throughout the whole land numbering. And even that, it still wouldn't be enough because you had Israelites in other territories, in other lands, even at the time of King David. Verse 25, and over the king's treasures was Asmaveth, the son of Adiel, and over the storehouses in the fields, in the cities and in the villages and in the castles was Jehonathan, the son of Uzziah, and over them that did work of the field for tillage of the ground was Isri, the son of Chelub. So remember, David appointed these, you had men over certain things, right? So these were those that would till the ground. They had to report to Isri. And over the vineyards was Shimei the Ramathite. Over the increase of the vineyards for the wine cellars was Zabdi the Shipmite. And this is a shift from how, like when we get to the book of Judges, you'll see that during that time, there wasn't this unification, right? We didn't have a king, an Israelite king over Israel, right? The king was the Most High, of course. But now you can see that under the reign of David, he sort of set this order, of things before going to the spirit world and leaving it to Solomon. So it's almost like he laid the blueprint and Solomon, did the implementation. And over the olive trees and the sycamore trees that were in the low plains was Baal-Hanan, the Gederite. And over the cellars of oil was Joash. And over the herds that fed in Sharon was Shitrai, the Sharonite. And over the herds that were in the valleys was Shaphat, the son of Adlai. Over the camels also was Abiel, the Ishmaelite. And over the asses was Jediah, the Meronothite. And over the flocks was Jaziz, the Hagarite. All these were the rulers of the substance, which was King David's. There you go. Also Jonathan, David's uncle, was a counselor, a wise man, and a scribe. And Jehiel, the son of Hakmoni, was the king's sons. Was with the king's sons. There you go. And Ahithophel was the king's counselor. Right? I believe he was the one who, when Absalom drove David away, he basically was given counsel to Absalom, and when his word wasn't taken, he went and hung himself or took himself out after setting his house in order. And Hushai the Archite was the king's companion. He was also mentioned. I believe it was Hushai's counsel that was taken over that of Ahithophel. And after Ahithophel was Jehoiada, the son of Benaiah, and Abiathar. And the general of the king's army was Joab. And before ending, let me just look up Hushai just to confirm that. Yep. Hushai, kindness. Hushai came to Absalom. Yep, that was him. So that brings us to the end of 1 Chronicles, the 27th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Recha Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.